Record? Oh yeah, you
I,
can
I,
record. Yeah,
I just started it. I just started recording.
yeah, record it. See how it works.
I want to see whether you get side by side or screen and screen, or the Hangouts is nice because whoever's talking, the
Mm,
camera switches to the
yeah,
source.
all I'm getting is it's recording. I can see it's recording, but I see you and your window and the little window on top and everything at
So
the. I don't know how the recording is going to come out later.
yeah, and then I wonder how many people you could have in here, and what I want to know is what it looks like when we play it back. Because
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool to have a little visit with Maria Magia, and
yeah.
Thomas Brewster. I don't know.
Well, he's got his character, but at least he understands why I did what I did.
Yeah.
First I wasn't. The dissident argument is scientifically valid on some points,
Hmm?
but the other side also has some scientifically valid points. I'm not going to start a war with Gallo. I'm not here to bring down the establishment or nothing like that. I was just trying to inform people about the dissident argument to help people with something.
Right.
And I see that doesn't help anyone. And people are going to find it anyways online. They start researching. Most likely, they will stumble into dissident information, and
Right.
people be called a denialist for that because it's not right. If anything, I'm going to focus right now on something more like
There are some people in dissidents who are denialists.
yeah. I think the definition of the actual definition of denialist would be someone who is so rigid and has a cult mentality over this shit and has to fight and fight and wants this little war going on. Not just someone who stumbled upon the information like any patient would with any medical condition, stumbles upon some, I don't know, even controversial information. So another side of the story. And they just go tell the doctor, I'm taking these pills, but I don't know. I read on this website that this other stuff works just as well, and it's natural. It doesn't have the side effects, or you know where I'm going at.
Yep.
People shouldn't be called denialists just because of that. And either way, people should be allowed to make their own choices on what they want to do with their own life. Now, when it comes to your kid, I'm not going to take any risks over that crap.
But you are. I mean, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, John.
Right.
I mean, I'm not. I don't want to. Let's talk about something else because I don't want to say anything that would jinx your good fortune. I want Dominic to get out of the hospital and get home, and then we can talk about him all we want.
Yeah, right.
I would in other words, if you had made the other decision, I'd still be here and support you guys because you don't know what the fuck to think. But in this case, you didn't really have a choice. I don't think.
I looked at it this way.
They have him. You can't have a premature child at home with a midwife.
Right. You can't. And then the problem that she had a home birth, she would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And either way, I see it. If I chose one way out of it, the CPS would have been involved.
Hold. Do you need him? Okay. We're experimenting with video here. Me and John Strangis.
Okay.
And Jessica.
Yeah, it's all in the
Yeah, we just got back from the hospital. Then I got a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, she's posting pictures and stuff. But yeah, I was saying I had two choices. Either way, it was gonna go with the way it went. It's just that by me choosing to comply with them, at least we're there for him. And you know how they say that there is a less than 1% chance of transmission. So if he comes out, they said it worked, the treatment worked, that would be a great relief because I don't want this crap to follow my kid for the rest of his life, And I really would like to stay here because if they push the CPS on me, even after we're complying with everything, and if they decide to push it anyways, it would be a big PR nightmare for them, I think, because hello, we're complying with you. What is this all about? And if they did that, all it would take for me is a phone call to the consulate, get their attorneys involved, and boom, and have us transferred to Italy.
And it would be different there?
They don't push this crap on you in Italy, yeah.
I don't doubt that. I'm learning that there's a lot of difference definitely between us and Europe, and also between the U.S. Britain is a little different than Italy, is different than Germany,
Like, for example, in Italy, if they only take your kid if there is a very serious case of child neglect or abuse. Say, for example, the parents are both drug addicts. They take the kid, but they take the kid temporarily because Italy believes that the best thing for the kid is to be reunited with the parents as soon as possible. So they take the kid temporarily, put it in a family. The family can go see him at that family under supervision, and they offer the family treatment to get better, to get off their addiction, for example, and everything. And once they're all set up, blah, 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 and they clean themselves out, then they give the kid back to them. It's not like over here where they grab, they put it in a foster home. Italy would never allow that, you know, and also her Native American tribe. You know how much of a hard-on they have for Native American children being taken and given to other families and stuff.
Right.
So they're in a situation here where I'm saying, don't fuck with me. I'm going to do the right thing. But if you fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you. And I don't care who the hell you are. I don't want to go there, you know. Yeah. You know?
No, you need to be living proactively instead of, you know, taking on the world.
The worst case scenario, I could renounce my U.S. citizenship and I can renounce my son's U.S. citizenship. And then we have Italian citizens living on U.S. soil. We would have to be evacuated. The U.S. couldn't do anything. I mean, I'm thinking about every single little thing.
Right.
Not trying to be comfortable.
You're right that the PR is probably the biggest shield you have right now.
You know,
potential.
I would like to have this story come out. Like, for example, I met her when she was already positive, and I figured it out, and I had the choice of either leaving her, and you know how many people do, or staying with her, and I decided to stay with her. How about we show this image of, you know, you can love someone with HIV and not kick them to the street, and you can have a family together and everything. You know, this is just one thing, and I'm going to focus my videos from now on more on natural health stuff to help people more.
Yeah, you do some really good stuff with that, and I watched the cannabis juicing because I'm doing cannabis. Trying to do medicinal cannabis, but I can't handle the fucking high, John. I used to smoke this shit. I ran for city council stoned, you know, in 91. But I don't know if it's old age or if it's just once you quit for 5, 6, you know, actually 07 to 5 years. I don't know.
Level that's kind of low.
And maybe I'd get used. I keep thinking I'll just get more used to it, but Jesus, this stuff. No. I'm telling you, and I've told you before, a piece of this stuff half the size of a grain of rice, short grain rice, and I'm on my ass for 6 hours. What I did today was like a third of that, and it's to where I can just feel it, which is fine. I won't feel stoned, but I can tell I've got medicine in me. I can tell I have drugs in me.
Did you take it at night? And I thought if I had to take it, I would take it before going to bed. That way you don't feel.
Yeah, it does help. It does help. But I don't know we haven't had any studies done of this. Like, do you have to maintain certain levels? Are you better with a pulsed therapy? Do you want THC or do you want cannabidiol? You know, you want this for cancer, you want that for depression, you want this for back pain. They've got so much research to be done because
that's the thing. That's another gray area right there. Like, you have cancer, the doctor recommends you chemo or whatever, and then you decide to use the oil. I've heard about people who use the oil but died of cancer anyways. So how do you know if the oil will really help you or not?
How do you know if the oil you're getting is worth shit? That's the best thing. That's what I learned out in Colorado during my last trip. I've been doing cannabidiol that I can buy online. You can buy it and have it shipped right to you. Of course, you're in a legal state, aren't you?
Yeah, in California, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like cough syrup. It's so sweet. You know, you put droppers under your tongue.
Supposed to be like
and since it's cannabidiol, you're not going to get a high, so you can't tell by that. But this guy knew the product, and he said the dosage on that, you'd have to drink the whole bottle to get what I'm getting with a grain of rice of this stuff that comes in a little syringe, and it's as thick as. I mean, I could caulk my fucking driveway with this.
Yeah, it's really thick. It's like tar, almost like tar. You got to heat it up a little bit to have it, you know.
Yeah, he recommended that would activate it. I don't need it activated.
More activated than that? No,
But, you know, the thing about medical cannabis is that it's the cannabinoids, and there's like, 13 of them or 15 of them? Or...
my neighbor just stopped by.
Oh. So it's really more like 13 drugs. It's not just a single drug. It's like a cocktail of in itself.
Yeah. But
this guy told me too that the raw juice would be what he recommended for me. But that's not an option for me.
Huh? I'm on the phone.
If you need to go, just say so.
Oh, nay, I don't think so. Yeah, just my neighbor. And that's another thing. You see, what is CPS going to say on us or nothing? Like we neglect the whole neighborhood here knows me, that I'm a good person and everything. You know, they can't. They can't. We're complying. We can't do. Wait, you know what I really think? They thought Jessica was with a black guy. Then yeah, because she brought over her black friend over there, and you know how discriminating they are against this. And today, the social worker was asking, "Oh, they were concerned about the bruises on your arms because she's got like these bruises from the IVs." And I'm like, "Damn, they nitpick everything now, don't you?" And it's funny how this comes out as soon as you bring your black friend there, and they haven't seen me yet.
Yeah.
A little bit. You know, she wants to show you something just for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey,
yeah, I gotta go because
let me see how this turns out on the recording. Then let's try getting more than 2 people and see what happens.
right. Okay, we'll do that.
Because this looks like it's working pretty good. It hasn't crashed on us yet.
For now, it looks like it's working fine. Yeah.
All right. I'll let you know what it turns out and send it to you.
Okay, John.
Bye, Jessica.
Bye.